What's going to make this such a unique experience, something the world has never, ever witnessed before?
We are going to put on this unbelievable entertainment event. There's a movie that's going to run in the Sphere, right? There are chapters to this movie. So before each fight is a movie, and you will be focused on the Sphere and the screen, then the fighters will walk out, and hopefully what we're hoping is then the fight is the star of the show. Mm-hmm. When that's over, there will be another movie, then a fight. And this movie that I'm talking about in these chapters will tell the history of combat sports in Mexico, the history of the Mexican people, their traditions. It is what I call the love letter to Mexico.
Nothing says love letter to Mexico like Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili. This will be a glorious event that will dazzle your eyeballs and drain your wallets.
And the fight will live inside this world. And the world will evolve while the fights are going on, but it'll be very subtle. Clouds will move, fires will burn, birds will fly, or whatever the hell's going on in that world at that time, and it will slowly evolve during the fight. There are also going to be Easter eggs in each one of these films. And we're working it out with legal right now, but what I want to do, if somebody can find all the Easter eggs, they'll give you $25,000.
We're going to be going Easter egg hunting during UFC Noche? And then you could win 25 grand? I smell bullshit. Is this something the UFC fans have been asking for?
You know, Canelo is fighting on the same night in the sport of boxing at the T-Mobile Arena. You're fighting in the Sphere, obviously. You think your numbers are going to be better than his?
I do believe the numbers will be better for the UFC and us that night. I do believe Sunday, Monday, that week, it'll all be about the UFC, the Sugar Show. I'm fighting, I defended the belt, the bantamweight champ, fighting the number one guy on a 10-fight win streak in the UFC, the biggest platform in sporting, or in MMA sports. And then Canelo's fighting a guy, I know you told me his name the other day, and I forgot it already. So I think this is, Burrito. I think so. I think this, I think this is just, I think UFC, we're going to crush it. We're going to crush it.
There he is, Sean O'Malley, the face of Mexico. He'll be making the walk this Saturday at UFC Noche.
Oh! UFC Noche! Oh! UFC Noche! El Trigo fight at UFC Noche!
You got one fighter that the MMA guru calls the Goblin Cuck.
Fucking ugly little cunt! You goblin fucking cuck! Nothing will change the fact that you're 5'5". Nothing will change the fact that you're fucking hideously ugly. You look 70. If you weren't in good shape, you'd look 70 years of age. You're fucking hideous and you're a cuck. Fucking clapped ugly nose fuck. Goblin inbred fuck. Hope you get hit by a truck.
You have another fighter that is just a cuck. They're going to be clashing on Saturday night at UFC Noche. Viva Mexico! So let's talk about who is going to win this fight. As soon as they booked this, I said, well, that's it. Sean's run's over. Merab's going to get the job done. And then as we get closer and closer, I'm starting to lean towards Sean O'Malley. Sean O'Malley is on fire right now, and this guy seems like he's completely unstoppable. There are posts like this circulating on X from King Figgy. People see this and say that Merab's going to win. Dead. UFC 306, Noche, blah, blah, blah. Watch this. So you have him versus Marlon Moraes getting rocked, and you have him against Henry Cejudo getting rocked. Merab fights crazy. He fights reckless. I'm pretty sure that Sean O'Malley and his team are watching things like this and saying, okay, he's hittable. You stop a couple of takedowns, you pop him, you go to the after party. Sean O'Malley is an elite striker. And when we had UFC flyweight Cody Durden on the show, he was pretty confident about Sean O'Malley getting his hand raised as he broke down what could transpire on Saturday night. Now, here is the counter argument. But you have to look at this photo and say, okay, if this could happen to Merab, then this can happen to Sean. As I go on over to my bookie, I look at the odds, scroll down to MMA, UFC odds, O'Malley versus Dvalishvili, click it, and scroll to the main event. There are 10 fights on this card, and check this out. Sean O'Malley is a minus 140 favorite. I have to admit, I'm a little bit surprised. I thought that Merab would be the type of guy that would get the minus money in this fight, because when they initially made it, the grind, the constant go, go, go of Merab could be problematic for a guy like Sean O'Malley. But here we are with the odds, and a lot of people believe in the Sugar Show, especially coming after a fight with Aljamain Sterling. He knocks him out, and then he dominates Chito Vera. Sean's just on fire right now. So Merab getting plus money. Let's look at their resume. Let's break it down. And by the way, if you're going to go on over to MyBookie, they've been around for 10 years. Use code MMA-HOLES and get that 10% match in your first deposit. Here he is, Merab Dvalishvili, the man who took a step aside so his boy Aljamain Sterling could fight Sean O'Malley and then move up a weight class. He waited his turn, and finally, we get to see him compete against Sean O'Malley. Merab's resume, very impressive. One thing you do notice in his resume, a lot of decisions. So you have the Henry Cejudo fight, dominated him, ragdolled him, threw him around. Yes, he got popped, but honestly, Henry looked terrible. Henry said he was injured. We hear that a lot, but he beat him. Peter Yan beat him up, unanimous decision. Jose Aldo, grinded, boring, unanimous decision. There's a little bit something going on over here with Merab, and it's called boring. I've interviewed him, very nice guy, Law MMA. I typically back those guys over there, but let's be honest with you. Sean O'Malley is better for the fans. Sean O'Malley winning this fight is more exciting. More opportunities, more options. Merab, but you look at his resume. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A 10-fight win streak in the UFC is very impressive. What's not impressive is they're mostly decisions except for Marlon Moraes' fight. I am impressed with Peter Yan because if you look at Sean O'Malley's fight against Peter Yan and you look at Merab's fight against Peter Yan, well, there's a significant difference. But we're not playing the MMA math game here. We're talking about Merab's grinding pressure style versus Sean O'Malley's elite striking style. Here's the Sugar Show, 18-1-0. He still claims he's undefeated. Marlon Vera, unanimous decision. Not many people could put Marlon down, but let's be honest, another gatekeeper. Aljamain Sterling. Okay, let's talk about this fight over here. I believe that Aljamain Sterling, if he didn't make a mistake, which Sean made him make that mistake, so credit to Sean, phenomenal win. But I will say this, Aljamain Sterling, I think in a rematch, I think Aljamain gets his hand raised. He made a mistake, got caught. You could even debate the stoppage being a little bit early. Regardless, that's over and done with. Sean got his hand raised, and he knocked out Aljo, so you can't take that away from him. But breaking this down, trying to figure out, okay, who's going to win this fight on Saturday, you do have to take into consideration the fact that Aljo probably beats him if he runs it back with him. If you disagree with me, let me know in the comments down below. Peter Yan. A lot of people complain about this. I actually picked Sean over Peter in this fight, and Sean, in a rewatch, I think won. Close fight. Very, very close fight. It could have went either way. I can't argue it either way. But Sean wound up getting his hand raised. This was the biggest moment in Sean's career, and this catapulted him to the next level of superstardom. And he got the job done. He rose to the occasion. When the time came, Sean stepped up and got his hand raised. Paiva, knocked him out. Chris Mutino, let's be honest, was a punching bag coming in on short notice. Not even UFC caliber. I've seen him on the regional scene. Tough son of a bitch, but come on. Thomas Almeida never turned into anything. Marlon Vera, this is where he took the loss. It was that injury situation. Wineland, he ran over. Old Quinones, he knocked him out. But if you notice, I mean, he's knocking fools out, right? Head kick, right cross. He got finished there, but regardless, we'll put that aside. Asterix, he didn't win. Knocked out Almeida, knocked out Mutino. Eventually, Paiva took him down in the first. I mean, he was on a roll. The Munoz thing with the eye poke, that was a weird situation, but I do think that Sean was going to be able to get his hand raised, although he had a little bit, I'm not going to say problems, but it was interesting, that first round. Peter Yan, we spoke about that. That was a decision, knocks out Aljo, and then has a decision against Vera. Now, listen, if you're having decisions against Vera and you're having decisions against Yan, I mean, we've seen Merab have the decision against Yan. You want to play the MMA math. Merab got the unanimous, and Sean got a split decision, close one. You could play that game. I don't know if I would recommend it. The thing that sticks out to me is if you love plus money, if you love gambling and having a little fun, and you're going on over to the MyBookie, right? If you're looking at their props, this is something that's very interesting. A lot of people say, hey, Sean O'Malley, if he's going to win, he's going to knock out Merab. And if that is the case, it's a plus 147. You're getting it plus money. you might want to drool at that. But the thing that really stands out to me is O'Malley by decision is a plus 330. So basically, if you throw $10 on that, you win $33. That kind of stands out. Listen, guys, Sean O'Malley winning this fight is not impossible. He's the favorite. And you're getting plus money with knockout. You're getting plus money with the decision as well. So if you're thinking about going with Sugar Sean O'Malley, I would say consider going with the prop bets. I'm not a big fan of prop bets because I do feel like it's a sucker's bet. It diminishes your chances of winning, but you're getting the plus money with Sean O'Malley. If you're looking for plus, that's probably the way to go. Now, with Merab Dvalishvili, I've been tossing this back and forth, and I don't recommend people making their predictions before the ceremonial weigh-ins. I feel like you should get all the information. You should watch the press conference. You should watch the weight cut, how they get on the scale, the final face-offs, all the embeddeds. Take all the information you possibly can and then place your bet. But the reason why today I'm going to make an exception to my mystical rule is because of this. Merab Dvalishvili straight up is getting a plus 110. Plus money, any outcome. Submission, knockout, decision, Merab gives you plus money, and I love that. Listen, can he get knocked out? Yes. Can Sean O'Malley win a decision? Yes. Especially with that plus money, it's enticing to place the bet there. But ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm going to do something right now on this video and let me know if I made a mistake. I'm going to put money on the machine. Merab Dvalishvili. I have been going back and forth. I don't recommend you do it before all the information, but in this situation, I'm a little bit worried and concerned that this line might change. We're too close right now. You might get even. Merab might even swing into it being a favorite. I'm going to put $50 on Merab Dvalishvili at mybookie.ag with the code MMA-HOLES, and I'm going to let it ride. Now, remember, friends, I am not a professional. I am not a financial advisor. I am not someone that's telling you how to place your money and where to put it. I'm telling you where I'm putting my money right now, and it's on the machine. I'm placing it $55 to win for a $50 bet. It's locked. It's loaded. Merab Dvalishvili is going to get it done, and I believe it's by decision.
Fucking ugly little cunts!